when I say Trump train, y'all say choo choo. Trump train. Trump train. Trump train. Choo choo. Child. What the hell was that tonight? That's why I'm referring to it as presidential debacle number 3. Because there was not a lot of debating, but it sure was a whole lot of finger pointing, a whole lot of I suffer from affluenza, I suffer from privilege, I don't know what you're talking about, it's your fault why my life is jacked up and I need to be on my meds, I need a popsicle, I need my diaper, I need he needs those pajamas with the feet in them. Lord, what the hell was that? Hey, Sora Pam, thanks for joining. Girl, did you watch these presidential debacles? I said this is not a debate. This is a debacle. This is a hot ass mess. Folk on this Trump train, y'all gonna be derailed and train wrecked and looking crazy as hell. Y'all gonna be back off in the backwoods somewhere making meth and praising a damn burning cross somewhere. Let me look at what I posted tonight because I had me a good time. Let me just tell y'all something. Y'all can talk about Hillary all y'all want to, but she is the queen of shade tonight. Hey, Dawn. I was like, she was throwing shade like no other, especially when she was talking about how there would be an increase in the contribution to the Social Security. She talking about, well, our contributions will go up. She said, well, at least mine will. I'm sure he'll figure out some kind of way to get out of it. I was like, oh girl. And then she told he was crying, crocodile tears. I said, you ain't lying. He sure do pitch a fit in a minute. Oh, it's your fault, Hillary. It's your fault. It's your fault. And I'm just like, how is it her fault that you used your money and signed contracts and bought steel from China? How is that her fault, fool? What's wrong with you? And people are voting for this man. They all high. We need to get them all locked up. We need to move them all to Dayton, Ohio and get them, locked up. They all high. That's got to be what it is. And I know a lot of people don't want to get behind Hillary either. I saw, if you watch the debates and you watch them on the live feed on Facebook, you could see like all of these people calling Hillary Killery. And I'm just like, let's just say this. The power of life and death, as the Bible teaches some of us that believe, lies in the tongue. Let's talk about how many lives Trump has killed with the lies he's told and the hatred that he has spilled out of his mouth. Yes, Corey, he said bad hombres. What the is you? Child. He don't want women to have a choice about their uterus. Women, if you care about your reproductive, or hey, pretty soon you won't even be able to get the health care you need. Like, some of us get on birth control to like control what? Cramping, hormonal up and he'll probably fix it so we can't get that. He's still talking about making America great. I'm just like, how you gonna make America great when we already great? We just a little messed up right now. We just a little messed up. He don't want immigrants in the country, but he married to one, and she up there. He's I never apologized to my wife for the things that I said, cause I didn't do anything wrong. The sad part about it is, y'all, is that people like Donald Trump, who have been raised the way that they've been raised, they really don't think anything is wrong. He really thinks that his whole world, women are born and made to serve him, pleasure him, provide him with children. If it wasn't illegal, I'm willing to bet Donald Trump would probably try to get with Tiffany or Ivanka, if he ain't already. Now, today it was reported Eric and Ivanka, those two, they registered too late for They won't be voting for daddy. And quite frankly, I don't think Ivanka wants to vote for him anyway. God damn it, daddy, you're interfering with my brand line. Because I go into the stores and I see Ivanka Trump stuff. And before I can read the label, I'm like, oh, these shoes are cute. Oh, Ivanka Trump, can't buy it. Something wrong with your daddy. Something is wrong with your girl. Y'all need to go have him evaluated because I think he a little thrown off. So the debates took place tonight in Vegas was it Vegas UNLV. I don't know why they just didn't take it down there to Circus. It would have been the same difference. I'm just saying. I mean, let's just be real about that. Let me look at some of these comments real quick. Is it possible that Donald is a plant? Damon, at this point, I don't know anymore. I thought it was a setup too. How many of y'all, and y'all can just give a thumbs up or like, how many of y'all on this news feed thought that at the beginning of this presidential race, Donald Trump was the plant to set up, be a springboard, a conduit in order for Hillary to win without any issue? I'll wait. What y'all think? Because that's what I thought. But at this point, I think he may have initially been a plant. Thank you, Don. I think he may have initially been a plant, but then he started feeling himself. He was like, you know what? I can run this country. I can do what I need to do. I said, if we run the country the way you ran, quote, your successful businesses, we will be a war-torn country. Because you know what Donald Trump does when he doesn't want to take care of business, when he doesn't want to pay people? You signed contracts. You consented to this amount. You negotiated. These people bid it. And they are expecting to be paid on these contracts. This fool will go down here to the bankruptcy court talking about he broke ass and will go file bankruptcy to keep from paying people or paying them amount that's due. Samantha said that there's a video on YouTube of him talking about replenishing the white population in this country by bringing in more Euro immigrants. Damon, what's that link about? Yeah, he doesn't want immigrants of color in. Damon called, what is her name? Melania? Yeah, Melania, nasty woman, was the worst comment he could make. That will be a commercial tomorrow. Okay. The Nixon Handbook. Let's see, what else did I know? So I was glad because when I logged in, they were talking about, the Supreme Court and about the fact that, of course, we have a vacancy. At one point in this country, I thought I was the only one on Twitter hollering, when are we going to replace Scalia? When are we going to replace Scalia? A nominee has been made, but Congress is dragging their feet in hopes and anticipation that Donald Trump will win. But now y'all realize y'all don't want Donald Trump to win. You see, whatchamacallit rescinded his invitation to the backyard barbecue the other day. I said, damn, you can't even be invited to a Republican cookout. What's his name? Ryan Paul? I don't know. He got two first names. But y'all know who I'm talking about, the reluctant Speaker of the House. I said, how the hell do you get uninvited to your own party stuff? But like Obama told them, y'all did this to yourselves. The hate was real. The shade was real. And y'all were too busy looking at me and not paying attention to what was going on in your own backyard. Okay? So basically, I think personally, since I think that Donald Trump has little sound bites that he likes to say, how many times, if I had been home, I probably would have taken a sip, because taking a shot, y'all would have been like, what happened? She done fell the hell out. And the people in the damn ambulance had to come get her. Or as they say down south, the Bambalance. So, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen with that. Because according to Article 2, a sitting president has the right to nominate a Supreme Court justice. I don't know why they think Obama. Nowhere in it does it say that a sitting president in his last year shall not be able to nominate a Supreme Court justice in the event a vacancy becomes available. I didn't read that, and I didn't learn that in constitutional law. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't learn that in con law. I'm sorry. He keeps, I love the Second Amendment. I'm about the Second Amendment. Is that the only part of the Bill of Rights you know? Did you know that was the Bill of Rights of the Constitution? Did you know that? Did you know that some powers are delegated and regulated to the states in the 10th Amendment? Did you know that? Do you even know what the initial articles are of the Constitution, Donald? I mean, do you know that we have a legislative branch, a judicial branch, not just presidential? I mean, I'm scared. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I also commented on the fact that as I was looking at him in all his orangeness, I said to myself, if we paint him green, he could be the Grinch that stole Christmas. He also likes to use words like WikiLeaks, emails, rigged. It's all rigged. Everything is rigged against you. You said the Emmys were rigged against you when your show, The Apprentice, didn't win. Look, Donald, I understand. You are ambitious. I understand that. I'm ambitious too. I think the California bar exam is rigged against minorities, but that's just my opinion, okay? I'm just saying. I took the bar 4 times, damn it. I ain't bad. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm just kidding. It does hurt, though. I ain't gonna lie. It hurts. It hurts. Yes, Don. Law Magnet High School, class of 1995. I'm giving away my age, but I don't care because I don't look it. What y'all know about Black Don't Crack, okay? Speaking of which, I just want to plug in here. Did you not see our First Lady? She was serving something fierce last night at that last dinner. Oh, it's the last dinner, Jesus. Oh, I should have been there. I should have been there. I feel like, me and Mrs. O I could have hollered at her, me and my Calvin Klein, because that's what I rock when I go out for formal. If I can afford it. I'm not on that black label. I'm on that white label. Okay. But that Versace dress was everything. Let's see what else. Trump also was talking about, again, this wall. Well, this weekend I was watching America Divided. And did y'all know that all the way down in South Texas, along the borders, all the way to California, there is already a wall? I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. It's like a big wooden fence is what it is. And I think, didn't Bush do that? I don't know. Trump said that he wants to keep drugs out of America. Too late. They already here. They've been here. They're cooking them in your nearest motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. They could be your next door neighbor. They could be in the backwoods in a cave. We don't know. We just know that meth is something that's really hot right now, especially in mid-America. Okay. Trust me, even though it's been 10 years almost since I clerked, but I do remember that one of the number one things I saw in Tulsa County Jail was drug cases. And you know what the drug they got picked up with? Meth. They were breaking bad in Oklahoma. You hear me? Okay. Also wanted to inform Trump, if he has not been watching all the documentaries and all the news leaks, we now learn that our government makes a killing financially on allowing drugs. The war on drugs was not about the war on drugs. The war was about the war on people of color. And I would also even proffer even poor people in general, because America is, whether it wants to admit to you, just like India sometimes, you still want to keep us in a caste system. Rich, poor. There you go. So, baby, they've been letting drugs in here for a long time, Oliver North Nam show did pimp that whole scenario. How do you think we had Freeway Ricky Ross? That's how he made his money. So, I'm trying to figure out how you gonna keep drugs out when they already here. Cause your brothers in the Aryan nation sure be cooking it. Mm-hmm. Sure do. You didn't know that, did you? As a matter of fact, y'all did see yesterday that they said that the KKK newspaper has now endorsed Donald Trump. Mein Kampf. That's all I've got to say. It's a book written by Hitler. So I'm going to propose to him. He's always talking about, I'm going to get rid of ISIS. How the hell are you going to get rid of ISIS? We can't get rid of ISIS. What you need to do is start getting rid of these domestic terrorists. Let us never forget Oklahoma. Let us not forget even recently the Orlando nightclub shooting. That man was born and raised here in America. And he shot the place up. I'm also worried about the fact that he's so big on immigration, about getting people out and making America great, that one of the things that I'm worried about is are we going to have what the DR had for the Haitians? Let us not forget that the Dominican Republic decided that whether you were born and raised, you have citizenship in Dominican, if you were of Haitian descent, you better get the hell out of our country. Get over the hill. I have a feeling that's what Donald Trump wants to do. Any of us that are here, he's going to make us all go back to Mexico, Canada, Africa, wherever he can send us. If not, we'll be on his plantation, Candyland. Clarence Thomas will be his Stephen. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Ben Carson. They going to have to fight that out. I just want to know, are immigrants really all that bad for this country, considering that this country was founded by immigrants? They weren't the best immigrants. They did, come over here and take from the indigenous people. And if they couldn't take, they killed them. 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. The Nina, the Pina, the Santa Maria. Yeah, I remember we sing them songs in elementary. I want to encourage Trump, since he wants a wall so very badly. If he needs to just see a wall, please get on your private jet and please fly to China and just admire the Great Wall of China. It's a great wall. It's really big, and it took them forever to build it. I think you should go there. I think that's what you should do. Putin. Vladimir Putin. He keeps coming up. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I have watched the news these days, because pretty much that's what's on all the time, is Trump and his trumpets and all of them talking about Vladimir Putin. We know that part of the problem with the WikiLeaks is that the Russians, the Kremlin, has hacked our emails, has hacked the U.S. government. There's no telling what they have on all of us and what they know. But they sure putting it out there, and I'm willing to bet Donald tried to do the distance. Wait. He's not my best friend. I don't know Putin personally. I personally never met. I don't know him. You know him. You know him well. You tried to get him to help you rig the American elections. I'm sorry. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe it. You act like you don't know who Putin is, but his name stay falling out your knives, boo-boo, so you busted. He thinks that he can just I've got 21 generals that are backing me and endorsing. They have service medals and all of this. And I'm just like, well, that's great that they're endorsing you, but none of these people are going to give you nuclear codes. I'm sorry. They might give you some numbers scribbled on a piece of paper and tell you to figure it out, but you just going to be punching numbers, and no one's going to pay attention to that. I'm sorry. They're just not. I don't believe anyone in the American government with right good sense would hand you over some nuclear codes. It's bad enough you want to run this country like you run your businesses. We'll be war-torn. We'll get bombed. North Korea will bomb us in a hot minute. And don't pull out on the deal with China. They will kill us. Okay, I'm just being real. And I'm going to say, and I will say this also, is that, Donald Trump is so full of himself and he's such a scary man. Do you honestly think that world leaders are going to allow you to exist and do the things that you want to do? If I were you, I would tread lightly. Maybe you think maybe the Illuminati or whomever, the blue bloods, whatever, done told you protected, but I'm pretty sure they won't have a problem sacrificing you. I'm just saying, because you are ridiculous. I want to ask Miss Hillary Clinton. Miss Hillary, now remember back in 1992, you told me to stay in school and get great grades, and I did all of that, and I'm in student loan debt hell. What are you going to do about us who are stuck in student loan hell? I'm not expecting Donald Trump to feel sorry for us. Although maybe if I live in the ghetto since I'm black, maybe he will do something for us. You notice he thinks that all African Americans and Mexicans and Hispanics, we all live in the damn hood, okay? What is that about? What are you talking about? I might have lived in the country, but I ain't never lived in the hood. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, with the Clintons, I'm not going to let them off lightly. Shout out to Bill Clinton for apologizing for his error of his ways. I think there was a little taint of the Bush-Reagan era during that time. He signed that crime bill because there was a fear and loathing of super predators back then. But I think NAFTA was a good thing. And I don't know why Donald Trump doesn't think NAFTA is a good thing. I mean, his suits say made in Mexico. I'm just saying. I do think there is a double standard in this country when it comes to the white male versus the black man. Bill Cosby drugged women. Donald Trump grabs women. He's one of those men that you could be talking to him, right? Like I'm talking to you guys, and he just walk up and kiss you in the mouth and act like that ain't no big deal. I don't know you. I don't know where your mouth been. There are rape cases apparently pending against this man. Obviously, this country does not take issue with pedophiles. Well, we kind of know that, especially with musicians, because if you give them a dope beat and some tight lyrics, people will forget that you like little girls. So I guess Apprentice was enough to remove that taint. During this debate, my mouth just dropped open because I said, surely this man is not saying this. He said that it is Hillary's fault why violence broke out in his rallies. His rallies. Donald, you are on videotape telling people, get him out of here, punch him in the face. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. Meanwhile, and my soror Serena pointed this out, the guy, Chris, I don't know what his last name is, but the moderator was not very good, if you ask me. It seems like as soon as the buffoon, Donald Trump, started crying out that I get 2 minutes too. I get 2 minutes. You're running over your time, Hillary. And he would be like, Madam Secretary, you got 2 minutes. Madam Secretary. And I was like, you don't do that when Donald don't even say, excuse me, his rude ass. Oh my God. But when they were talking about, how was he going to act if he didn't win? And the guy said, Chris said, and this was shade, he said, I mean, what if you don't win? I mean, I'm not saying that you won't win. He kind of sniggled, and I was like, okay, we know he's not going to win. We hope. I'm praying. That's all I'm saying. My friend Johnny said, I'll be glad when the election is over and the Trump supporters can get back to watching Jerry Springer. Bigly is not a word. I want y'all to know that. That is not a word. Okay. Lose big. I don't know. Maybe he was thinking of Bigfoot and Chewbacca. I don't know. I think that's it. Let's see. What did I have on Twitter? I'm surprised the Trump supporters didn't come for me, but then again, they might know leave me the hell alone because the squad we had to check this one chick. They were talking about Mosul. At one point I thought Donald was saying muzzle, and I was like, yes, we should get a muzzle for you so you will be quiet. Hillary came out with the claws like Wolverine. She said that people are saying that you are one of the worst candidates to ever run in American history for a presidential, for the highest office in the country. I was like, ouch. I am so with her right now on that one. He keeps talking about WikiLeaks. And I also made this observation. I said, I love how people are always talking about upholding the Constitution and doing right by the Constitution, but you don't ever want to follow the Constitution. What's that all about? Um, One of my fellow comedians, Bobby Oliver, said, I'd rather be in the bathroom with a trans person than in the locker room with Donald Trump. I think I went over this. His favorite words tonight were wall, WikiLeaks, emails, and rigged. He was saying how Hillary, because of her track record and how she's been doing everything wrong in her X amount of years in politics. Honestly, Donald, I don't think a pedophile should be allowed to run for president based on what has been alleged against you with young girls. I'm just saying. I just wanted to know, is Donald Trump on meds? You know, they were trying to come out with Hillary being having early stages of Parkinson or something, but I think that he might have a little dementia, or he might suffer from maybe schizophrenia, early signs of schizophrenia. It's speculative, but it could be true. Either way, at the end of the day, I want Donald Trump to know that NAFTA is the North American Trade Agreement, or however the acronym, but y'all remember, I was in high school at the time that was executed. But I don't know why he seems to think that the Middle East and Asia is part of the trade agreement. It's for North America, not all of the world. I want him to know that. Can some of his people please help him with that? Or did he learn that at Trump University? I don't know if he knows geography. I think that's all I've got. Let me see what commentary I have, and then I'm going to get off here because I got to review How to Get Away with Murder, child. I got to review that before the new one comes on tomorrow. Okay, not to mention I'm behind on Notorious. Okay, shout out. These are just people that showed up in the feed that showed up. My soror Pam, my homie Melody. Girl, we need to get together and write some jokes, because this shit was some good stuff we need to write. Oh, my homie Don, fellow law magnet in the house. Johnny, Samantha. Wait a minute. You're in D.C., Pam? Oh, my God. Alice, Dewan, Takesha, law magnet in the house again. Damon, Shade, Corey, Reba, let's see, who else? Dave, Veronique, George, I'm not going to say your whole name, but you know I got to say it. George Napper. I love it. I'm going to have to look at that link. Third debate, Clinton won, Trump bluster. Okay. For self-proclaimed business genius, there are no Fortune 100 companies that have endorsed him. Child. I don't think anybody is, and if they are, they doing it on the low, because I don't know if y'all heard today, but Mark Zuckerberg is trying to defend having the PayPal dude, Thiel, or whatever his name is, who gave the Trump campaign $1.2 million or $1.25 million. But I'm like, he talking about we have to overlook that, and I'm just like, you kind of can't overlook someone endorsing a candidate who engages in divisive behavior and spews hatred all the time. But that's okay. I'll continue to use Facebook until someone creates something else, Mark. And isn't Zuckerberg Jewish? Chad, he might clean you out of here too. I don't know. He might not like Jews. Don said he read from the Nixon handbook, The Law and Order President. Have you seen 13th? Obama was right. Come on, man. Yeah, I have watched 13th, and I was angry, sad, mad, and I am kicking myself still because I do not have my license to practice. I thought that I wanted to work with entertainers, but I think I want to be about that civil rights law. Okay? Diva said, I'm glad Hillary reminded Americans that it's Obama's job to fill the Supreme Court seat, and he nominated someone already, and that the current Senate should do their job. Diane, let's see, who else? Crystal, Katrina, Anika, Davi, Wendy, my Aunt Luann, my My friend said, I remember that time I lived in the hood in Brooklyn. In all fairness, I supported that crime bill too. It had a lot of bipartisan support, including Bernie Sanders, because it was very dangerous. And we forget that the police wouldn't even go into certain neighborhoods. That's true. But we have Public Enemy to remind us that calling 911 back in the day before police became militarized was a joke, and did a song about it in 1990. 911 is a joke now. I dialed 911 a long time ago. Don't you see how they be reacting? They only come and they come when they want to. So get the more truck and around the corner. Okay? Watching Jerry, my aunt said, yeah, watching Jerry Springer. Yep, that's where they come from. Or just the Good Old Boys Club. Let's not forget the Good Old Boys Club, and that's what Trump is about, the Good Old Boys Club. I've seen it more times than I care to. Diva also further says, during the Clinton presidency, the black community experienced increases in salary, home ownership, and graduation rates, so his policies worked well in other areas. That is a big deal because it was only in 1964 that the Civil Rights Bill was passed, and then America neglected thousands of wounded, drug-dependent, and PTSD Black, Brown, Vietnam veterans while flooding guns and drugs in our communities for the 70s, leading to the war on drugs in the 80s. So it took the Clintons and I don't know, it cuts off after that. But anyways, that's all I've got. Y'all, stop listening to people. It is not November 28th, but that is my mommy's 60th birthday that we will be celebrating this year. So if everybody want to go out and vote on my mom's birthday, that's pretty awesome. But November 8th is coming. I got my ballot. I have to go and research all of these candidates because I want to make an informed decision about who is going to be sitting on the bench locally. I really need to focus on who my local candidates are. I will be voting for my soror, Kamala Harris, for Senate. Sorry, Miss Sanchez, but I don't know you like that. But I know that if you are a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, with the exception of one soror that was in Congress, we ain't going to talk about her. But either way, if you are a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, or if you are a member of the National Panhandle, oh, shoot, wait a minute, y'all. Let me get Miss Pumpkin. She wants to say hi. She got to be seen. Hey, Miss Pumpkin. Oh. Miss Pumpkin just wanted to hop up and say hi to everybody because she wants to play. It's playtime for her. But either way, I will be voting for her. I want to support her. I need to look at everybody else because I really don't know who these people are as far as these judges and these people that want to be over my water. You got to watch the people over your water, ass Flint. That's all I'm saying. And if you're not watching it, I want to encourage everyone, if you can, to figure out how you can watch America Divided. It's in season 1. It's very informative. Netflix also has 13th, which is the documentary about the 13th Amendment and how they continue to perpetuate slavery through that. Creating a free labor or practically free labor society. What are you doing, little girl? And let's see what else. I think that's all I've got. There's probably a few more things I could say, but I think I'm gonna log off here. And also be sure to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Afia the Diva. Either way, I think that's all I got. Yeah, America Divided. If you have on demand, if you have that channel, you can watch it on demand as well. But it's really informative, and I think that it's really sad. And my biggest protest in all of it is not just the Flint water crisis or the criminal justice system, but it disturbs me how in our neighborhoods now, we're not able to afford to live. I mean, rent is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who's going to pay $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom? That's ridiculous to me. It doesn't make any sense. Which is another reason why I'm considering moving back to Dallas or somewhere down south. I gotta go. Everyone have a fabulous night, and I have been Miss Sophia the Diva, laughing and chucking it up, but November 8th is not a laughing matter, so get it done, and get down there to the polls, or mail your ballots in, but we gotta get somebody in. I mean, come on, let's do this. Even if you don't want to vote for either of the candidates, just go vote for somebody. Hell, go vote for some of them judges. Research them. You ain't got to mark your whole ballot. Good night. Well, I don't know. Do you have to mark your whole ballot? I don't know. I just always fill in all the blanks I'm supposed to fill in. Anyways, good night, everybody. I'm gone for real this time.